Hello, everybody, and welcome into this afternoon's broadcast. I am Samuel Reese coming to you live today for a crucial playoff final in UEFA World Cup qualifying. It isn't the matchup most of us were expecting. Portugal, or it was expected to be here. North Macedonia, not so much, as we are just about set for kickoff between Portugal and North Macedonia. The winner will head to the World Cup. The loser will not head to the 2022 World Cup in Qatar later this year. Anthony Taylor is the referee today from England. The two captains meeting at midfield, Stefan Ristovski for North Macedonia, and of course the one and only Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal. Let's get into the starting lineups right off the bat. First for Portugal, it's Diogo Costa in goal for the Portuguese side. No Rui Patricio once more. The outside backs, João Cancelo and Nuno Mendes. João Cancelo back into the starting 11 after dealing with yellow card accumulation and being suspended last game against Turkey. The center back pairing, Danilo Pereira and Pepe. Pepe back, fully recovered from COVID. The holding mid, João Moutinho. The rest of the midfield made up of Otavio, who had a great performance against Turkey, as well as Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva. And then up top, it's the pairing of Cristiano Ronaldo and Diogo Jota. Meanwhile, for the Cinderella story, North Macedonia, who unfathomably knocked off Italy in the semifinals, it's Stole Dimitrievski in goal. The outside backs, Ezjan Alioski and Stefan Ristovski. The center backs are Darko Velkovski and Visar Musliu. Meanwhile, in the midfield, it's Alexander Trajkovski, who was the hero for North Macedonia and scored that winning goal against Italy, as well as Arian Ademi, Enis Bardi, and Elif Elmas. Up top, it's Tihomir Kostadinov and Milan Ristovski. We're underway from Estadio do Dragão in Porto, Portugal. And for the second time in 5 days, the stadium plays host to another crucial World Cup qualifying matchup for Portugal. As I mentioned, Portugal defeating Italy. 3-1 was the final score in their semifinal, and North Macedonia unbelievably knocking off Italy 1-0 in Italy to set up this date with Portugal. Blagoje Milevski is the head coach of this North Macedonian side, who, of course, just this past summer qualified for their first ever major tournament when they played in the Euros. Were bounced out in the group stage, but it was still an unbelievable feat just getting to the Euros in the first place. And now the small nation is trying to take it a step further and qualify for the World Cup. And of course, it would be another enormous upset if they were to knock off Portugal just days after defeating Italy. Fernando Santos, meanwhile, in charge of Portugal, the longtime manager for the Portuguese side, and looks like the flag is up here as North Macedonia is called up for offsides. Trajkovski, who is the hero for North Macedonia against Italy, actually scored that game-winning goal on the very pitch he used to play his club soccer. He used to be on Palermo in Syria, and while he's no longer there, it was a ground he became very used to, and what a moment for him scoring that goal. What's good, Jeffrey? Welcome into the broadcast. Yep, it's Taco Tuesday, man. And hopefully for Portugal, it's a chance to qualify for the World Cup. I'll be right back. I'm just going to hook up my mic here. I'll be right back. As it's out of play for a Portuguese throw-in. Yeah, I literally got home from school about 15 minutes ago, so was pretty rushed in setting up for this broadcast, but worry not. I am just about all set as a foul is called against Bernardo Silva, the Manchester City midfielder. Yeah, just a little bit of a late challenge there on Kostadinov. And the free kick is awarded. Remember, it's just one game here, not a two-legged contest. So if you win, you qualify for the World Cup. The loser will not have a chance to participate in the World Cup later this year in Qatar. That's how huge the stakes are for this one. That'll roll out a play on the far sideline for a Portuguese throw-in. As you guys can see, I got my Portugal jersey on. I'm just a bit biased, folks. My dad is from Portugal, if you didn't know, so I'm, of course, rooting hard for Portugal here, although I have to give credit to North Macedonia for getting to the stage and knocking off Italy, and Portugal would be mistaken to overlook this North Macedonian side. While it's not the Portugal-Italy matchup most were anticipating, Portugal certainly can't take this opponent lightly. North Macedonia in the group stage of World Cup qualifying defeated Germany in a shock result. So this is a side certainly capable of pulling off unbelievable upsets. They've done it in this World Cup qualifying campaign. That heavy touch from Bernardo Silva out of play, and it will be a throw-in for North Macedonia. Taking the throw-in will be Stefan Ristovski. Ristovski actually played his club football in Portugal for a spell. He was with Sporting. Now plays for Dinamo Zagreb. He's the captain of the North Macedonia team. It will be another throw-in for the away side. Ristovski once more taking the throw. Diogo Jota gets a touch on it. Out of play once more. And this time it goes Portugal's way. It'll be Nuno Mendes to take the throw in here. Mendes, also formerly of Sporting, he now plays for PSG. So roll out a play for another Portuguese throw-in. Not the most exciting of starts to this match, but I'm sure it'll start to open up as this game progresses. Matches with huge stakes like this one tend to be a bit cagey for a while anyways, but you never know what you're going to get. As Mendes goes with a long throw, Fernandez chasing it down, and it will be a corner kick, or rather a throw-in conceded by North Macedonia. Blasted out of play by Visar Musliu. Here's Mendes. And back it comes to Silva. Mendes will cross from the left wing all the way through, and Ronaldo just a step behind. And that ball will not be kept in play. It's out of bounds on the far sideline for a North Macedonia throw-in. A dangerous-looking cross. Diogo Jota originally came close to getting on the end of it at the near post, and then it went all the way across the penalty box towards Ronaldo. But in the end, no one could redirect it on target for Portugal. Ronaldo with the header. And now Nuno Mendes. North Macedonia has it. What's good, TG? Welcome into the broadcast. What's good? I really appreciate you tuning in, man. I know it's a long time no see. It's been a while, but I appreciate you stopping by. Just about 7 minutes played here at Estadio do Dragão, which literally translates to the Stadium of Dragons, home of FC Porto, who was in the Champions League and finished as a third-place team in the group stage. Therefore, went to Europa League, where they very recently got bounced out of the competition by Lyon, but is currently leading the Portuguese league standings, FC Porto. Of course, Porto, Benfica, and Sporting, the big three in Portugal when it comes to the club side of things. Here's Pepe. Over to Danilo. And now Otavio. Otavio, a very interesting story. He actually grew up in Brazil. He was born there, grew up there. and didn't come to Portugal until his teenage years when he started playing, club soccer here in Portugal. And what do you know? He ended up becoming a Portuguese citizen, I think as recently as a few months ago, maybe 9 months ago or so. So just under a year ago, he officially became a Portuguese citizen and decided to represent Portugal at the international stage. And boy, was that very helpful for Portugal. Brazil didn't seem to be too interested in him, so he said, "I'll represent Portugal instead." As that's how to play for a North Macedonia throw-in. Otavio had a great performance against Turkey 5 days ago. Yes, go Portugal. That's right, Jeffrey. What's up, Gabriel? Welcome in. Yeah, you're at school right now. That's right, because you live on the West Coast in Canada. So you're 3 hours behind me. Yeah, that's right. I got home from school about 15 minutes ago. And thank you, TG. Thanks for the congrats, man. Yep, exactly. US surely qualifying for the World Cup now. I will be on the call for their match against Costa Rica tomorrow night. But yeah, it's all but certain that we're heading to the World Cup as long as we avoid a 6-0 defeat as Jota went down and a free kick is awarded. Anthony Taylor all over that one as Jota was brought down by Milan Rostovski. But yeah, TG, super excited about the U.S. qualifying for the World Cup. I mean, it was expected, but then again, after the 2018 failure in World Cup qualifying, nothing was guaranteed. So, yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting, and I can't wait for the U.S. to be in the World Cup later this year, as long as they don't lose 6-0 to Costa Rica tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit spoiled, I guess you could say, TG. In fact, in the 2014 World Cup, both the US and Portugal were in the same group. They played to a 2-2 draw. I ended up rooting for the US just because that's the country I was born in and I've grown up in and lived my whole life in. But yeah, don't get me wrong. Portugal, certainly my second team. Since my dad is from there, I'm a huge Portuguese fan. But US has to come first. What's up, Vaughn? No, I had school. We get out at 2:10, Vaughn. So I got home about 30 minutes ago at 2:30. So I got home just in time for kickoff. Here's some pressure applied by Portugal. North Macedonia seem comfortable in possession. Now it's on the near side with Stefan Ristovski. His pass blocked and it falls to the feet of João Moutinho. Portugal now with it on the right wing. About 12 minutes in and still scoreless in Porto. Yeah, I know. Canada outclassed everyone in the World Cup qualifiers. I don't think many expected it. I mean, credit to them. Yeah, they were unbelievable in World Cup qualifying. They pretty much cruised throughout the qualifiers. So yeah, credit to Canada. As a US fan, I don't like Canada, but they weren't good for a long time. So I'm a little bit happy for the neighbors to the north. I certainly would rather see Canada do well than Mexico. So I'll put it that way. But yeah, Canada deserved it. And yeah, heck of an accomplishment as they'll be heading to the World Cup. First team from CONCACAF to clinch their spot in the 2022 World Cup. That's a nice ball played out wide by Bernardo Silva. And with it here is Otavio. The cross comes in. Fernandez with a header sent over the bar. Not quite what he was looking for, safe to say. Yeah, I assume he was looking to cross that one with his head, but it ended up being a poor shot that sailed over the bar. No threat posed to North Macedonia. It's a packed house at Estadio do Dragão. Leaping header won by Danilo. And he'll do it again. On the turn, it's Bernardo Silva. Great through ball. Ronaldo's in. Ronaldo! Just wide. Aiming for the far post. And he didn't miss by a whole lot. He timed his run perfectly. It was a beautiful through ball. And when Ronaldo has a chance like that, more times than not, it's going into the back of the net. But that time, it was just marginally wide. Am I a diehard fan of a specific club? Not a diehard for any European clubs, TG. But yeah, here in the US, my local club is the New England Revolution. So I'm a diehard New England Revolution fan. I go to almost all of their home games. Their stadium is about 10 minutes from where I live, and we were the best team in the regular season last year in MLS. Unfortunately, we got bounced from CONCACAF Champions League because I was hoping we would win CONCACAF Champions League, and as that shot is blocked, I was hoping we would win CONCACAF Champions League and make it to the Club World Cup, which would have been spectacular, but those hopes have been dashed. But yeah, the only club I'm a diehard fan of is my local club here in the US, which is the New England Revolution. I'm also a fan, but not like a diehard fan of Porto in Portugal. They're my favorite team in Portugal, and this game is actually being played at Porto Stadium. And then yeah, I'm also a Chelsea supporter in the Premier League. As that's flicked on and it ends up wide. But yeah, I'm not really a diehard fan of any specific club in Europe, but I am a supporter of a couple of clubs. But yeah, the diehard fan of me is the club I support the most by far is the New England Revolution, no doubt about that, which many people who live outside the US probably don't know much about, because MLS isn't necessarily a super popular league worldwide, especially comparing it to the top 5 European leagues, as a foul is committed by Portugal. And it will be a free kick on the way for North Macedonia. João Cancelo with the challenge. And this could be a decent opportunity for the visitors. We've played just over 15 minutes. And standing over the set piece is Enis Bardi. Bardi actually plays for Levante in Spain. And Portugal has to be careful here. Anthony Taylor blows the whistle. It's an in-swinging ball that lands right into the hands of Diogo Costa, who's actually playing this game at his home stadium. He plays for Porto. And pushing off there to commit the foul was Diogo Jota. Jota seems a bit frustrated. And perhaps a little bit of a sell job there from Ezgian Alioski. The playoff system of MLS is the main bummer for Europeans. Yeah, I completely understand that. And yeah, in my club's case, the New England Revolution, we were the best team in the regular season. We had last year, we had the most points in MLS history for a regular season. And then we lost in the conference semifinals, which is equivalent to the quarterfinals overall, which was disappointing. But that's what can happen in the playoffs. One bad game and you're out. But that's how the Americans like it, TG. It's all about playoffs here in the United States, and that's a heavy challenge. And North Macedonia wanting a card to be shown. Let's see the replay here. It was Bruno Fernandes in with the tackle. He certainly got ball first, but then on the follow through, caught the ankle, it appeared, of Elif Elmas. Elmas, who plays for Napoli. Don't get me wrong, this is a North Macedonia side with plenty of talent, even though they are the big underdogs. Barty has terrorized Barcelona with Levante before, yeah. Yeah. No, he is. He's a good player. He's a good player, no doubt about it. But yeah, TG, going back to your point about the playoff system, I completely understand that because that's definitely foreign to everyone else, and it's a different way of, of conducting a league, especially compared to all the other leagues worldwide. So I get that. As Ronaldo passed it behind Mendes, he thought Mendes was gonna wait for the pass. Instead, he kept on running, and Ronaldo committing the foul. Advantage played. Cross sent in, and the volley wide. A decent half chance for North Macedonia there. And it all stemmed from a Portugal turnover in the midfield. The service came from Stefan Rostovski. And then the volley at the edge of the box. Decent try from Alioski. Just couldn't put it on frame. Out it goes for a Portuguese throw here. Yeah, I read that, TG. I read that the Bundesliga is considering a playoff system because, yeah, as you say, the league is too one-sided. Yeah, I don't really think that. I don't think that will come to fruition. It's just not how leagues, are run in Europe. I think there would be a lot of outrage over that. So, yeah, that is interesting, though, how that idea has been put into play anyway. That pass sent out a play by Velkovsky. 20 minutes played, 0-0 in Porto. The winner will qualify for the 2022 World Cup. The loser will not. It's as simple as that. You think Ghana's officially in the World Cup? Okay, did they get the win over Nigeria? I've been checking in on the Senegal-Egypt game, but I don't know what happened in that Ghana-Nigeria match. Let me check. But yeah, that would be huge for Ghana, and I think you are right. Yeah, because they have away goals. So yeah, Ghana is going to the World Cup. You are correct, Vaughn. Wow. So that is a huge disappointment for Nigeria. Yeah, it finished 1-1 on aggregate, but Africa still implements the away goals rule, unlike UEFA. So Ghana went through with that away goal. Wow. That's good for them. That's huge for them. I didn't think they'd get it done. I thought Nigeria was gonna finish off the job in the second leg, but no. Here's Danilo for Portugal. He'll play it ahead to Mendes, and now back to Danilo. Yeah, I know Senegal, Egypt are currently in extra time. That's 1-1 on aggregate. Yeah, no iconic Nigerian kits in the World Cup this year. I know. That's a disappointment. Yeah. They always seem to have the best kits, I feel like. We're a quarter through the match, still awaiting the first goal here. This is Cancelo. Now Otavio. Otavio cuts inside, chips it ahead, and now Jota will earn Portugal its first corner kick of the night. This game kicked off at 7:45 local time. And let's see what Portugal can do from the set piece. Standing over the corner is Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes heading over there as well to just have a quick chat. And it will be Fernandez standing over it. And right as he was in the middle of the run-up, the referee, Anthony Taylor, blows his whistle, and we'll just have a quick talk with the players in the box. So some pushing and shoving going on. And now we're ready for the corner to be taken. Fernandez with the outswinging ball, and the header just over the bar. Diogo Jota with a phenomenal chance. Headed it into the ground, actually. And then it went marginally above the crossbar. That was a golden chance. Oh, a wild acrobatic effort from Danilo to save that ball from getting by him. No foul called as Portugal create the turnover. Driving forward now is Jota. He slips it into Ronaldo. Ronaldo goes down in the box. No penalty called, and Ronaldo back to his feet. It's only as cleared as far as Nuno Mendes. Now Danilo. Portugal starting to take control of this one, it feels like. Silva to Danilo, and he'll find Pepe in space. Pepe with the long ball forward. Settled by Otavio. João Moutinho. Moutinho now playing for Wolves in England. Another switch by Portugal, settled nicely by Mendes. 25 minutes played in the match. Otavio linking up with Cancelo. Now into the box it goes. Taken to the end line, and another corner kick coming up for Portugal as Fernandez made the run. And it's another great chance for the Portuguese. Who's going to win the World Cup? Who do I think is going to win the World Cup? Yeah, that's a good question, TG. Someone asked me this actually a few days ago. As of right now, I'm actually going to say Brazil. I think a South American team finally puts an end to however many European winners it's been in a row. Yeah, I'm going to go with Brazil. That's my early prediction. But I certainly could be wrong. There's a lot of good contenders, but yeah, I'm going to say Brazil as of now. As this is sent towards Pepe, he heads it back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, nope, offside. The flag was raised on Pepe. And North Macedonia can catch a breath. Yep, Pepe definitely offside. Looking at the replay. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I know for those of you here in the U.S., not the most ideal time with this game taking place in the middle of the afternoon on a weekday, as all European games do for us here in the U.S., but appreciate you guys tuning in nonetheless. And this game, of course, at more ideal times for those of you elsewhere across the globe. But luckily, I was able to get home from school in time and set up this broadcast quickly, and here we are. A reminder that the U.S. women's national team will take part in an international friendly against Uzbekistan. That'll be April 12th, 7 Eastern Time. Portugal, meanwhile, in possession on the right wing. That's correct, Vaughn. Yeah, I remember that very well. Yep, 2014, it was the U.S., Ghana, Portugal, and Germany all in the same group. And Germany and the U.S. were the two teams to advance from it. On the ball now is Bernardo Silva, and Portugal will play it out of bounds because Nuno Mendes is visibly down in a lot of pain. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that was a heavy challenge from Tiamir Kostadinov, and quite frankly, a dangerous challenge from Kostadinov. Yeah, that those are fair points too, TG. Yeah, Spain could make a run. I'm still not completely sold on Spain, but you never know. As you say, they did have a solid performance at the Euros, particularly in the latter stages after the group stage. Mendes will jog off to the sideline. Meanwhile, Rafael Guerrero warming up just in case. Guerrero started against Turkey. Mendes on the bench. This time, the roles perhaps reversed. Maybe Guerrero will come in later. It was Cristiano Ronaldo with a chance about 10 minutes ago. Left-footed effort put just wide of that far post. And that was the best opportunity yet for Portugal. Yeah, exactly, TG. That's the one area concern for me, for Spain, their defense. Yeah, because attacking wise, they have a lot of talent. So I don't doubt that they can score goals. As Ronaldo takes the quick throw in, and it's blasted out of play for another Portuguese throw. And play will be halted as a North Macedonia player is down. Your support goes to Argentina and Spain. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I certainly don't like Spain as a Portuguese myself. If you're Portuguese, you don't like Spain. It's not the biggest of rivalries, Portugal Spain on the global scale, but it's still a good one, I think. I remember when those two met in the 2018 World Cup, drawn in the same group. It was a 3-3 thriller. We've played half an hour in Porto and still an hour to go with no goals scored yet. Look at the passes completed, 149 to 69 in Portugal's favor. As the throw-in goes back to Pepe. Now Bernardo Silva back for Pepe. Portugal just completely in control of this game, dominating in possession. Similar to what Italy did against North Macedonia, Italy, problem for them, was not able to finish, and that cost them. That's how important that first goal is for Portugal. Ronaldo went down, nothing called, and North Macedonia trying to come up with a possible counterattack, although that switch is turned over. It's played into the path of Ronaldo. Ronaldo, the return. Here's the strike, and Portugal scores. The opening goal arrives 32 minutes in, and it's Bruno Fernandes who slips it by Dimitrevski. A big-time finish. Ronaldo setting up Fernandes, the two club teammates at Man United, linking up on the international stage, and Portuguese flags waving about inside his Estádio do Dragão. It's the second goal in 9 World Cup qualifying matches for Bruno Fernandes. North Macedonia really hurting themselves as Rostovski went for the switch. It was intercepted by Fernandes, who laid it into the path of Ronaldo, and then Ronaldo with the return to Fernandes and a composed one-time finish into the bottom left corner. Portugal in front just past the half-hour mark. Just the 7th ever international goal for Bruno Fernandes, but what a big goal that is. And now let's see how North Macedonia responds. All right, it's 1 a.m. for you over in India, TG. Yeah, You're about 10 hours ahead of me. That's crazy. So I can't blame you for heading out soon. You got to get some sleep, my man. I appreciate you tuning in. And hey, it's far from over, but indeed, a great start for Portugal. And it's looking more bleak for North Macedonia. Ghana's going to be in pot 4 for the World Cup draw. All right, very good, Vaughn. Thanks for that insight. Bruno Fernandes with the opening goal. And all of a sudden, this crowd has turned from being very tense and on the edge of their seats to much more relaxed and joyful. The chants raining down in Porto. The question is, can Portugal keep it up? Of course, a second goal would do them well. This is played into Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, down the right wing he goes. Already an assist. A nice back heel pass. Canada could be in pot 3. All right, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure how the pot allocation works. I don't know all the specifics of that. Here's Danilo for Portugal. And now Moutinho. Mendes back to Danilo. About 10 minutes left in the opening half. It's Portugal 1, North Macedonia 0. In front of a packed house full of Portuguese supporters. Home field advantage, of course, huge for Portugal as well here in this match and in the semifinal against Turkey. Foul on the far side. Free kick to Portugal. The whistle going against Alioski. Alioski, who played for Leeds, he now plays somewhere in the Middle East. I believe Saudi Arabia, could be wrong. Here's Fernandes. Great link up, Otavio. That ball nearly found Ronaldo. Instead, it comes to Jota. Now Moutinho to Ronaldo. Ronaldo, dangerous cross. Headed clear of danger by North Macedonia. But it's won back by Danilo. He'll go wide to Mendes. It's complete domination so far from Portugal. Driven ball, aiming for Ronaldo. Headed into the air by Velkovsky. And Jota committing the foul. Jota just tripping up Rostovsky there. Free kick taken by the keeper, Dimitrevski. 4 fouls against North Macedonia so far, 3 on Portugal. And Pepe, this time going down for Portugal. The foul called against Kostadinov. Pepe appears to be all right. We've played 37 minutes now as we wind down in the opening half of play. Back it comes to Diogo Costa. Costa with a long ball forward. Header flicked on by Jota. And now back to Danilo. Danilo finds Costa. And Portugal resets from the back. Pepe to Moutinho. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Bruno Fernandes with the lone goal so far. And up until this point, that goal proving to be the difference. Now it's Moutinho. Fernandez called for the foul. Touch got away from him, and the Manchester United player doesn't seem too pleased with that decision by Anthony Taylor, but to be fair, it did seem like the right call as he took down Alioski. Definitely a much more lively atmosphere inside Estadio do Dragão compared to just 10 minutes ago before that opening goal arrived. With it now for North Macedonia is Stole Dimitrevski, the keeper. One back by Portugal in the midfield. Fernandez turns it over, but a great recovery by Moutinho. Moutinho running out of space, able to save that ball. Jota turns, knocked out of play for a Portuguese throw-in. 40th minute. A reminder that the Bundesliga returns this weekend, Saturday, 12:30 Eastern Time. It's a big one between Dortmund and Leipzig. That should not disappoint. Ronaldo here finding Mendes. Ronaldo flicks it back. And Portugal moves it into the middle. Pepe through ball, finds Ronaldo, cut into a dangerous area, but the shot sent wide. Jota from a tight angle hits the side netting. The Liverpool star trying to create that opportunity. It wasn't the best of crosses from Ronaldo. Kind of mishit it, to be fair, but the goalkeeper couldn't get to it. And Jota tried to capitalize on a missed clearance by Visar Muslio. But Jota just not quite able to finish. Why are there pots in the World Cup draw? Well, Vaughn, it's because you don't want the four best teams in the world being drawn into the same group. That would be a little unfair. It's for competitive balance and fairness. You can't have, the worst teams in one group and the best teams in another. So to avoid that possibility, they try to even it out all around, which completely makes sense, obviously. What's up, Adam? Welcome in. All right, there you go, Adam. There you go. Very good, man. Very good. Here's João Moutinho. Now it's Pepe. Back to Moutinho. 42nd minute. Portugal would love to score another one just for that extra bit of comfort. Mendes takes the throw in and sends it back to Danilo. Pepe. And now Moutinho. No foul called as North Macedonia took over. That was Milan Rostovski with possession. And now North Macedonia works it all the way back to their keeper, Dimitrevski. Some pressure on Ademi. He gets away, and North Macedonia breaking free. Could be a chance, but Pepe with a perfectly timed challenge to force the steal, and Portugal earning a free kick. That's some great defending by Pepe. Just able to get that left foot in there at the exact right time to avoid the foul and come away with the steal. Here's Danilo. 2 minutes now from first half stoppage time. You hope the U.S. is in Group A? Oh, is that because Group A will automatically have Qatar in it, and Qatar is counted as Pot A since they're the hosts? I think that's silly how the hosts are automatically in Pot A. That's a little bit silly to me, but yeah, theoretically, that Qatar's Group A, should be the easiest one since Qatar counts as a Pot A team. That cross delivered, and North Macedonia does well dealing with it. All ball from Moutinho. He wins it back for Portugal. Is there a second goal before the break for the Portuguese? This is Bernardo Silva. Silva finds Otavio, and out it goes for another Portugal corner. In fact, that was Cancelo, I beg your pardon, driving to the end line for Portugal. Good overlapping run. And let's see what Portugal can make of yet another corner kick in this opening half. The outswinger delivered. Header away by Alioski. Through ball sent back in by Portugal, but North Macedonia gained control. What's good, Travis? Welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Portugal is winning, so I'm happy right now. My dad's from Portugal, so I am a big Portugal fan, and this is a win or go home scenario. The winner of this game heads to the World Cup. The loser does not. So that's the scenario. Simple as it can get. Ronaldo goes down. No free kick awarded. Ronaldo furious. You like the shirt? Yeah, this is a Portugal jersey I have, so it's pretty nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Wore it to school today, and I've been ready all day long for this match, as there is 1 minute being added on to the end of the first half. You'll be cheering for my team then? All right. I appreciate your support for Portugal. I appreciate that. You had a Ricardo Carvalho shirt like that when you were about 6 years old. Really, Adam? That's awesome, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, he was a great player back in his prime, Ricardo Carvalho. We're now seconds away from halftime, but it looks like Portugal might be able to create one more chance. It's Ronaldo down the left wing. Cristiano Ronaldo. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes will switch the point of attack. Settled by Cancelo. Cancelo with a strike. And it's high and wide. That will be the last chance of the half. Used to follow the UK in regards to soccer. Yep. The English Premier League is definitely very popular. I follow that league quite closely as well. And Adam's actually from the UK, so he can tell you all about it, I'm sure. So we've played 45 minutes, 45 to go. It's Portugal 1, North Macedonia 0. A dominant opening 45 minutes from the Portuguese. In the 32nd minute, it was Bruno Fernandes who broke the deadlock. It's been all Portugal from the start. However, it still is just a 1-goal game. So in the end, North Macedonia still in with a fighting chance, but a lot of things will have to change for them in the final 45 minutes to pull off another shock result. Not a single shot on target for North Macedonia in those opening 45 minutes. Ronaldo setting up Fernandes, and the composed finish by the Portuguese midfielder has the hosts in front. I'll be back in a short while for the halftime report. What are those scarves on my right? Yeah, so those scarves were actually collected by my dad. He's been to many different countries across Europe. So the top scarf is, let me try to point right. The top scarf up there is, the blue one is Chelsea right there. Below that is Manchester United. Those are two English clubs. Then below that you have Juventus. That's an Italian club. Then you have Barcelona. They're a Spanish club. And then below that, it's Fiorentina. They're an Italian club. And then there's about 15 other scarves covering the rest of my wall that my dad's collected, not only across Europe, but he got some in South America too, which is pretty cool. Those aren't on camera, but yeah, it's a pretty cool collection that he has. No doubt about that. All right, I'll be back after a quick break. The halftime report next. It's Portugal in front 1-0 in this playoff final of UEFA World Cup qualifying. And hello, everybody. Welcome into the halftime report. It's a playoff final of UEFA World Cup qualifying between Portugal and North Macedonia. 14 minutes into this match, Ronaldo came oh so close to grabbing the opener, just marginally wide of that far corner. And then in the 24th minute from a corner kick, Diogo Jota's header would end up just over the crossbar. But finally, in the 32nd minute, Portugal would capitalize off a North Macedonia mistake. Cristiano Ronaldo, not with a goal this time, but with the assist, setting up Bruno Fernandes, and a great finish by Fernandes to put Portugal in front. It's a 1-goal advantage for the Portuguese at the break. And I mentioned it moments ago. No shots on goal, not a single shot on target from North Macedonia. It's been complete domination, quite frankly, from Portugal from the very start of this game. And yeah, I see that, Adam. I actually have that game streaming on my phone right now, and that Egypt-Senegal game is heading to penalties. Yeah, that's quite something. Just like the AFCON final, penalties on the way between those two teams to decide who goes to the World Cup. Wow. The stakes could not be higher in that one. But yeah, here in the Portugal North Macedonia game, yeah, I thought Portugal looked very sharp. It is still just a 1-goal lead, as Adam mentioned, and North Macedonia is more than capable of scoring a goal against the run of play and making things interesting. So I think until Portugal gets that second goal, it's still a match for the taking from North Macedonia's perspective, despite the other dominance really from Portugal so far through the opening 45 minutes. And North Macedonia really hurt themselves with that mistake Stefan Rostovski made, the captain of this North Macedonian team, just for no reason really, trying to switch fields, and that pass intercepted in the middle by Bruno Fernandes. And what do you know? Portugal, with their quality, able to capitalize off that mistake. Just a bad mistake in that moment to make. You're hoping Egypt wins, Adam? Yeah, I mean, I don't really care who wins in that one, but yeah, I'd be happy for Egypt if they get it done. Um, and yeah, it's obviously a revenge tour for Egypt. Certainly the underdogs too. Senegal has a better roster overall, I'd say. After a quick break, folks, I'm going to get you caught up on the other European World Cup qualifying playoff final. It's Sweden and Poland taking place right now as well. I'll talk all about the first half of that match in a moment. And welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. As I mentioned, another playoff game going on right now in Europe. Poland taking on Sweden, and this game kicked off at the exact same time as the Portugal North Macedonia match. 12 minutes in, Sweden would have a decent chance. Rather comfortable save by Szczesny. Then the 20th minute, another opportunity for the Swedes as Kulusevski would have his effort blocked. So by the looks of the highlights, Sweden with the better of the chances. However, it's still 0-0 at the break. Poland is the home team for that one. And Poland, with a bit of fortune, automatically qualified to the playoff final due to Russia being kicked out of World Cup qualifying due to the conflict, due to the invasion of Ukraine right now. And meanwhile, Sweden just last week won in extra time against the Czech Republic to set up this matchup against Poland. All right, after the break, it's back out to Porto for the second half of Portugal and North Macedonia. Who do I think will win the World Cup qualifier between Australia and UAE in June? Um, I'm going to say Australia. I think Australia gets the win. Yeah, the winner of that plays either Peru, Colombia, or Chile. That's right. As it stands right now, Peru. Yeah, I'm going to say Australia, but that should be an interesting one. No doubt about it, Adam. After the break, it's second half action. Stay tuned. Welcome back in, everybody. We're just about set for the start of the second half between Portugal and North Macedonia, with Portugal leading by a goal to nil. Meanwhile, in the other playoff final in UEFA, it's Poland and Sweden deadlocked at 0-0. So I'll try to keep you updated on that match as we get ready for the second half of this one between Portugal and North Macedonia. Thanks, everyone, for your company as Portugal tries to secure its spot in the 2022 World Cup, but North Macedonia has other ideas in mind. Despite not recording a single shot on target yet, they're still only within a goal. Anything can happen in these final 45 minutes as both teams get set to return to the pitch at Estadio do Dragão. Portugal, oh so close to officially securing that World Cup spot, but still not at the finish line just yet. Portugal, the first team to return to the pitch, and North Macedonia will now follow. Yeah, I'm watching that game out of the corner of my eye, Adam. The first four penalties missed between Senegal and Egypt. Insane. Yeah. Yep. Incredible stuff, man. And I see that the fans have a bunch of lasers that they're pointing towards the Egyptian penalty kick takers, which is wild stuff, and the goalkeeper for that matter. Yeah, it's crazy, man. All right, here we go. Portugal will kick off to get the second half started. They'll be going from left to right. North Macedonia attacking from right to left. Portugal in red. North Macedonia in white. The English official, Anthony Taylor, is ready to get this second half rolling in a matter of moments now. There we are. We're off and running. Final 45 minutes of normal time anyways. As Portugal move it back to the defense right away. Pepe and Danilo combining. And we'll see if Portugal can hold off for the victory. Miovski did come in for Ristovski at the break, so that was a halftime substitution made by North Macedonia. And that's Milan Ristovski who came out, by the way. Just to clarify, the only halftime substitution that made by either team. We'll see when Fernando Santos, the Portuguese manager, decides to make his first substitution. Remember, both teams get 5. North Macedonia moves it to the right wing with Ristovski, and his cross headed up by Pepe. Nuno Mendes is now there. Oh, I have no idea, Adam. I don't know when Russia will be able to play again. I am not sure. I don't have an answer for you. That remains to be seen, I guess you could say, as Cancelo sends it back to Costa. Now it's Diogo Jota, the Liverpool player. What a great time he's had at Anfield so far since making the move from Wolves. Back it comes to Pepe in the midfield. Over to Cancelo. Nice step over move. Cancelo. Ronaldo. And back to Moutinho. To the end line goes Jota, where he's eventually dispossessed. It's a chance on the left wing, but the cross is not the best one. Out of play from Nuno Mendes. Did well to get by Rostovsky, but the cross not quite what he was looking for. North Macedonia moves it back to the keeper, Dimitrevski. And that'll be a foul committed by Portugal. Oh, yeah, I just saw that goal right now, Adam, by Mane in penalties. Yeah, sounds like very poor penalties from Egypt. Only able to score one. Wow, so Senegal going to the World Cup. Crazy scenes there, yeah. Wow. Got a feel for Egypt. Now the second time in a row they've lost to Senegal on penalty kicks. Man. Here is Muslio. 50th minute. A 1-goal advantage for Portugal. Cancelo wins it. And now Fernandez, the goal scorer. Otavio going down, but despite the North Macedonian protests, a foul eventually called by Anthony Taylor. And here comes Ronaldo into the box. He'll send it back out wide for Fernandez, and now Ronaldo again. His pass turned over. Tchaikovsky with the interception. It's been a pretty quiet game for Tchaikovsky and really this entire North Macedonian team so far. Yeah, I know. And you have to think that that home field advantage in the second leg for Senegal played a huge factor with, the penalties being on their home ground. And it seems, I don't have the volume on, but watching it to the side on my phone, it seemed like a crazy atmosphere there in Senegal. Yep, Senegal's going to Qatar indeed, Vaughn. Yep. We were just talking about that. They beat Egypt on penalties. Wow. Leaping header here, won by Otavio. Now Fernandez, looping ball to Jota, who couldn't quite settle. It's won cleanly, though, and Fernandez from distance sends a powerful shot straight at the keeper. No problem for Stole Dimitrevski. Yeah, it seems wild there, man. It seems like fans ran onto the field afterwards. Yeah, it seemed like there were a ton of lasers and as you say, abuse thrown at the Egypt players. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean that just looking at those penalties, it seemed like that was the most lasers I've ever seen pointed at players. Seemed like there were 100 of them. Jeez. Here's Pepe. And now Cancelo. Danilo on the ball. 53rd minute, still early second half. It's Portugal with the 1-goal advantage over North Macedonia. The winner heads to the World Cup. The loser does not. As Ronaldo turns it over. Taken the other way by Bardi. Was there a shove from behind? According to the referee, yes. Jota commits the foul and a set-piece opportunity for the away side. So, free kick here for North Macedonia, and both Bardi and Alioski standing over the free kick. It's looped in and headed clear by Pepe. It's not all the way clear yet, though, by Portugal. North Macedonia re-enter the box. Tchaikovsky looking to cut it back, but Portugal pounce on it. And it will be a throw-in for Portugal. Here's Cancelo. Now Diogo Costa sends it towards midfield. And that pass way too far ahead. We do have an update in the other European World Cup qualifying playoff. Robert Lewandowski has just scored for Poland to put Poland in front of Sweden. 1-0 the score. So that's a huge goal there in that game. We'll keep you posted as we get further into both of these matches. Because just looking at the first half highlights in that Poland-Sweden game, it appeared as though Sweden had the better of the chances, but it's Poland who has pulled ahead, and no surprise that it's Lewandowski who scored. Sliding challenge there from Bernardo Silva, and a foul called against him. North Macedonia rather quickly restart play, moving it out to the right wing. The pass just a bit off the mark for Bardi, and it did last go off of North Macedonia. Portugal throw-in awarded. Or I beg your pardon, a foul was actually called against Bardi as he brought down Pepe. Yes, how are you, Hugo? Good day to you. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, senor. Who scored? Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes had the opening goal of this game. The only goal so far. That came in the 32nd minute. So, yeah, that's where we stand right now. Otavio to the byline, and it will be another Portugal corner, the first of the half, but they've had many of these corner kick opportunities throughout the night. '57th minute of play. Bruno Fernandes, once again, the corner kick taker. It's an out-swinging ball, lands to the edge of the box. Now back with João Moutinho. Moutinho going wide. Fernandes settles. Dangerous cross into the 6 and cleared away once more by North Macedonia. And I believe it'll be a throw-in this time. Yeah, Pepe still has it indeed, man. I mean, he's so fit, it's unbelievable. And yeah, still a leader for this Portuguese team, despite the fact that he's getting up there in age. Here's a cross delivered by Cancelo, and another corner kick conceded by North Macedonia. It's the third in a span of about 2 minutes. And this time it'll be from the far side. The graphic there stated that it's just the fourth corner kick for Portugal. That has to be wrong. This has got to be the eighth at least. I don't think that graphic was right. They quickly took it down as well, which makes me think that it was incorrect as Ronaldo's header sails over the bar. And North Macedonia off the hook momentarily. We're closing in now on the hour mark in Porto, Portugal. And it looks like North Macedonia will make its second change of the game. Coming off will be Alexander Tchaikovsky, and Cherlinov will be his replacement. Tchaikovsky was the hero against Italy. Won't achieve something similar tonight as he subbed off just under the hour mark. What's up, Daniel? Welcome in. How's it going, man? Great to see you. Down the right wing, North Macedonia lost possession momentarily, but it's back at the feet of Enis Bardi. Bardi again, who plays for Levante in La Liga. Still a closely contested game, despite what the statistics would tell you. Out on the left wing, it's Alioski. He'll find Elmas. And this is the best spell of possession we've seen all night from the visitors. Now Bardi. Ahead for Alioski. Elmas going down. No foul called, and a heavy challenge there on Bruno Fernandes. And it is a free kick to Portugal. We've played an hour, and half an hour remains. If USA plays Portugal in the World Cup, who am I picking? Yeah, a lot of people have asked me that. I would ultimately pull for the USA, Hugo, just because of the fact that I was born here in the US. I've grown up in the US. I've lived here my whole life. But that it would be a tough choice. I don't really want that scenario to come true because those are obviously my two teams, with my dad being from Portugal. And trust me, I never want to root against Portugal, but that's the one situation where I might have to, just because, yeah, the US has to come first at the end of the day. But I obviously still love Portugal, with that being my dad's home country, but it is tough. It is tough. Don't get me wrong. Well, a reminder that the U.S. women's national team will take part in an international friendly April 12th, 7 Eastern time against Uzbekistan. If I'm not mistaken, those two teams have never met. It'll probably be a blowout, but hey, you never know. North Macedonia into the midfield. You were born in the mountain region of Bulgaria, really, Adam? All right, it's a long story. Don't feel the need to tell it. Although that is very interesting. I did not know that. Cross deflected. Portugal back in possession. Moved ahead towards Pepe, but ball just snuck by him, and it's won back by Muslio. Here is Bardi. And now on the left wing, it's Alioski. Header flicked on by Charlinov won back by Portugal and plenty of space down the left wing to attack for Diogo Jota. He has Ronaldo on the overlap. Jota holds up, lays it back to Fernandes. Now he'll go to the right wing with Bernardo Silva. Silva turning, eventually slips, still maintains possession. Back it comes to Cancelo. Moutinho with the return to Cancelo, and now Pepe will go all the way back for Diogo Costa. Pepe over to Danilo. And now Costa. 64th minute, still a 1-0 slim advantage for Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo down the right wing, and it's taken away by Muslio. However, quickly won back. The pass by Silva was blocked off, but Portugal still able to keep possession. Moutinho wide for Fernandes. Oh, and that's a little too nonchalant from Cancelo, who turns it over to Elmas. Here comes North Macedonia, driving forward is Barty, but it's won back again by Pepe. He has had a great performance so far tonight. And now it's Portugal at the other end. Cross delivered. Fernandes is in, and he scores a second goal. The flag stays down. Portugal double the lead. 65th minute strike, and what a night for Bruno Fernandes. And finally, Portugal gets some comfort in that lead. North Macedonia bringing numbers forward on a rare attacking sequence of their own. A great tackle by Pepe to win it back. And that all started up this counterattack from Portugal. North Macedonia still trying to get numbers back. A beautiful cross from Diogo Jota on the left wing. And a calm finish from Fernandes again. A world-class finish from Fernandes. It looks easier than it actually is. Able to just slot it into that right corner. The goalie left hopeless. And Fernandes has a brace for Portugal. Well, the mountain to climb even steeper now for North Macedonia. The second goal of the night, the third in this World Cup qualifying campaign for Fernandes. And now Portugal can really turn it on. They win it back again. And slipped into Jota. Jota still going. Trying to cross it, and it's blocked by a defender. Portugal throwing coming up, and now Jota exchanging some tense words with Alioski. And Otavio has to come in to settle things down as he gets in the face of Muslio. And all of a sudden, the temper is really starting to flare here in Portugal. And still some pushing and shoving going on. Ristovski shoves away João Cancelo. And will there be a card from this incident? Oh, okay, you were just born in a hospital in England. Gotcha. I was gonna say that would have been a pretty crazy story. But I got you. You were just messing with me. Yeah, Vaughn, it's looking more and more likely that Portugal's heading to the World Cup. Fingers crossed that they can hold on and make that official. Looks like a yellow card will be given to both sides. Cancelo for Portugal and Muslio for North Macedonia. It all started with Jota and Alioski exchanging some tense words right in each other's faces. 3/4 of the match played, a 2-goal Portuguese advantage. And now a foul against North Macedonia. Yeah, exactly, Hugo. On that Fernandez finish, yeah, most players, yeah, I agree, would have missed the goal there. It's that's not an easy skill. Taking that cross one time and slotting it into the corner. Yeah, I agree that a lot of players would miss the target there in that situation. Yeah, Bruno indeed deserves better than um Man United at this moment. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome in, man. Hope you're doing well, Jeffrey. Good to see you, man. Portugal set piece on the way here. It's Fernandez delivering the free kick, cleared away by North Macedonia. We'll go out for a throw in here on this near side. Pepe's pass sends up out of play. Portugal claiming it took a deflection, but it's awarded to North Macedonia nonetheless. Just over 20 minutes remain, and actually the referee in the middle, Anthony Taylor, overrules his assistant and in the end awards the throw in to Portugal. Moutinho back to Danilo. You're doing much better than yesterday. That's great to hear, man. That's great to hear. Portugal will switch out to the left side with Moutinho. Back it comes to Silva. Otavio run into, and North Macedonia try to spark a counter. But Pepe lets it roll for a Portuguese throw, and North Macedonia just unable to gain any momentum at the moment. And time is quickly running out for the incredible underdog story. Yeah, I know, Adam. I actually watched the end of that game between the Celtics and Raptors last night. Yeah, it was a tough loss in overtime, but to be fair, we were missing pretty much all of our best players, so not the end of the world, but yeah, it would have been nice to come out with the win. That foul committed by Otavio and a little after the whistle activity there from Alioski. Like he flung a hand at Otavio. Oh yeah, my dad's watching the game. Yeah, he's upstairs right now. You might have heard him on both goals celebrating. He's really loud up there. But I think my basement is far enough away from him, especially with the door closed, that it blocks out most of the noise from up there. But yeah, he's locked into this one, no doubt about that. He tries to sync up the Portuguese radio commentary with the game too. I wish he'd pick my commentary, but hey, I guess he hears enough of me every day. What kind of question is that, Vaughn? That's so random. No, I would not like to go to Iran. uh, I can always count on Vaughn to ask the most random questions. No, I'm just kidding. You asked some good questions. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I respect your curiosity. What's up, Drew? How's it going? Things are going well, man. Hope you're doing well. As free kick is awarded here to Portugal, and Anthony Taylor handing out the yellow card. A booking here for Ezjan Alioski. He was always walking on a tightrope. He's committed a number of fouls already, and there he just barged right into Otavio. Not surprising that the yellow card was shown. So another dangerous set piece for Portugal. They've had plenty of them over the course of the night. We're now in the 74th minute of play. Yes, that's correct, Drew. The winner of this game qualifies for the World Cup. The loser does not. And Portugal looking to be in pretty good shape at the moment. Although still about a quarter hour remains. And Otavio and Alioski. Well, I guess Otavio having a bit of a laugh. Alioski not so much. They've been battling all night long. Fernandez to take the free kick. It's an in-swinging service. All the way through for Danilo. Mendes will cross to the back post. That's beyond the reach of Otavio. Kept in play by North Macedonia. But turned over in a bad area. Otavio wins it back. And Jota got it all wrong. He was trying to curl it towards the back post for the incoming Ronaldo. But instead a goal kick. And William Carvalho is set to come on for Portugal. It looks like another change will be made. How does the USA qualify, Drew? Yeah, it's a simple scenario. As long as they don't lose by 6 goals tomorrow night against Costa Rica, they'll officially qualify for the World Cup. So they're pretty much qualified, but it's not officially official just yet. Yeah, the Bruins are playing tonight, Jeffrey. And guess what? I'll be going to the game. I'm actually going to the Bruins game tonight. As Oskovsky comes on for Kostadinov. Yeah, I'm super excited, Jeffrey. Actually, I'm right after this game ends. I'm leaving and heading the TD Garden for the game. So yeah, I'll be in attendance tonight for the Bruins Maple Leafs game. I haven't been to TD Garden in a while, actually. As Fernando Santos will make his first change of the night. Otavio making way for William Carvalho. And meanwhile, Diogo Jota will see his night come to an end. Rafael Leao coming on. Leao came in as a substitute in the semifinal against Turkey. Any worries that CR7 hasn't scored lately for Portugal? I mean, do you mean worries for the team? No, I'm not worried about the team. I think Portugal can do well without Ronaldo. I mean, there's so much focus on Ronaldo, but the fact is Portugal is a very talented team outside of Ronaldo. I mean, there's so much talent on this squad that even if and when Ronaldo's struggling, Portugal, I'm confident can still get results. So Ronaldo is getting up there in age. It has to be said. So he isn't anymore as consistent with those magical performances, but I think he'll still be able to deliver for Portugal when they need him to. But the fact of the matter is, this team is talented enough that they're not relying on Ronaldo. So even if he's not playing well, it's not the end of the world. What's good, Mike? Welcome in. Yes, I saw that. Ghana and Senegal heading to the World Cup. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Jeffrey, I'm going with my dad. So yeah, I'm going with my dad to the game, which should be a fun time to the Bruins game tonight. You believe Bobby's going to the game tonight? Is that right, Jeffrey? All right, I might have to look for Bobby. I've actually never met him in person, even though I've known him for a few years now through YouTube. Oh, and a challenge there from Pepe. Shouts for a penalty from North Macedonia. It was a questionable non-call as Stovsky went down, and he's still down. Play continues meanwhile with Portugal trying to counter. Carvalho with a great ball out wide. Fernandez on the run. The flag stays down. Fernandez into Ronaldo, but it's cleared away. Last-ditch defending from Darko Velkovsky. Oh, yeah, I 100% agree with you, Adam. I 100% agree. Ghana and Senegal to the World Cup. Yes. I've been keeping an eye on those games. Yeah, Ghana pulled it off against Nigeria, and Senegal once again beating Egypt on penalties. Crazy, man. Yeah, I actually have that Cameroon-Algeria game on my phone right now off to the side. I'm keeping one eye on that. And yeah, Cameroon up 1-0, so it's tied on aggregate. Oh, on the YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. So that's my bad, Jeffrey. I misread your comment. I thought it said is going to the game tonight, not doing the game. That's my bad. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Well, I might have to join his chat from the arena. All right. I won't ask you why you want Cameroon to win. I do find it strange that you're from Algeria, Mike, but you're rooting against them. But I won't ask. I won't ask. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's unfortunate for Nigeria that they didn't pull through against Ghana. We have 10 minutes remaining here in this one from Porto, and Portugal with a relatively comfortable 2-goal advantage, trying to hold on to book their spot at the 2022 World Cup. Morocco's up 2-0 against DR Congo. Yeah, not surprised there. Do I hate the Leafs? Yeah, pretty much, Vaughn. I don't like Toronto at all. As a Bruins fan, I've never liked the Maple Leafs. So yeah, I'm hoping we can get the win tonight over Toronto. A ton of Portuguese flags being proudly waved around Estadio do Dragão. The Portuguese supporters certainly making their voices heard tonight. Here's a cross, and Ronaldo nearly got his head to it. Punched away by Dimitrevski. João Cancelo now on it, and he'll win a throw-in. Time running out for the massive underdogs, North Macedonia. Here's William Carvalho. All the way back to the keeper, Diogo Costa. I don't know, Vaughn. I don't know. You would have to ask Mike, but apparently he doesn't want to be asked, so I got to respect that. All right, there's some score lines of friendlies. Very good. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to any of those friendlies. World Cup qualifying has been the only thing on my mind, but yeah, I know there are plenty of friendlies going on right now for teams that have either been knocked out of qualifying or already qualified. Here is Pepe. Ahead for Moutinho. Now closing in on the 83rd minute, Cancelo wins a throw-in. Bruno Fernandes with both Portugal goals tonight. A reminder, folks, that the MLS season rolls on, and in about a week and a half, April 9th, it'll be Inter Miami taking on my club, the New England Revolution, a 3 Eastern time kickoff for that one. Tunisia, Mali's 0-0. All right. All right, fair enough, Adam. Fair enough. Yeah, I was looking at the standings, and the Maple Leafs and Bruins have the exact same record right now. So it's a pretty dead even matchup. I really hope the Bruins can win. I don't want to go to the game just to see them lose. Oh yeah, I'm with you, Adam. Friendlies are irrelevant to me too. I don't pay attention to them for the most part. Except with the US. For some reason I'm just such a big US fan that I tend to check out their friendlies just to see, what players are being called up to the team and so on. Since they have a pretty big player pool overall. But the US hasn't even had a friendly in a while now because they've had over the last year they've had CONCACAF Nations League, CONCACAF Gold Cup, and then CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. So yeah, it's been mostly competitive matches for them. Oh, it's now 2-0 Poland over Sweden. All right, thanks for that update, Mike. Yes, that's correct. Poland-Sweden is not a friendly. That's also a World Cup qualifying playoff final. Yeah, I knew it was 1-0, but I did not know about that second goal. So thanks for that update. Poland now looking in great shape to punch their ticket to the World Cup. 85th minute here. It's turned over in a bad area, but a little miscommunication from Leao and Carvalho turned it back over to North Macedonia. However, here is Nuno Mendes. Fernandez driving forward. He's looking for a hat trick now. Moutinho back to Danilo. Portugal just trying to hold on to possession for the final 5+ minutes. Yeah, that tends to be the case, Adam. Poland, and yeah, every major tournament, it seems like they disappoint. That is true. Back it comes to Pepe. Danilo thought about sending it back to the keeper Costa, but instead goes wide with it. Down the left wing, it could be a chance. Great run by Leao, cuts it back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo on his left, runs into a bit of traffic. He'll exit the box and send it back to Bruno Fernandes. Carvalho, Fernandes. They'll switch the point of attack, settled by Cancelo. Cancelo, edge of the box. Moutinho trying to slip it in. And coming in for the clearance was Velkovsky. All right, fair enough, Mike. You don't like your home country? Fair enough. I mean, I can respect that. I mean, I can't relate, but I can respect that. Obviously, for me, I love my country. Obviously, I love the U.S., but people have different feelings about their respective home countries. No doubt about it. Some more substitutions will be made from both sides. That'll be it for Elmas. And it's Nikolov entering the match for North Macedonia. Meanwhile, João Felix is coming into the match for Portugal. So Felix has entered for Bernardo Silva. Meanwhile, that'll be it for tonight for Bruno Fernandes. What a performance from him. Both goals for Portugal tonight. And it's Mateus Nunes entering the match. So Nunes is in for Fernandes. Here's the corner, headed to a dangerous area by Carvalho. And on the clearance, a handball. No handball called. Portugal blocked the clearance. And now the cross sent in. Away it goes by Velkovsky. 88th minute. Is that right, Adam? Wow. 90 seconds now from stoppage time. Cancelo finds Felix, his first touches of the night since coming on moments ago. And now Moutinho all the way back to Danilo. Ronaldo settles. Tries to get it back, but the pass is off the mark. North Macedonia the other way. We're 60 seconds from second half stoppage time. Portugal so close to a World Cup berth. What's up, Nate? Welcome in. How's it going, man? Now with it is Muslio. Over to Velkovsky. We'll see how much time is added on here at the end of the 90 minutes. It's a decent through ball. And Velkovsky running to the byline. He will win a corner for North Macedonia. That's a bummer, Adam. You just got home from school, Nate. Really? All right. Yeah, I've been home for about 2 hours now. My high school gets out at 2:10, which is of course 1:10 your time since you're an hour behind. So yeah, I got home right before this game started. So fortunately, I was able to be on the call from the start. That's played into Felix, who's taken down by Alioski. No, the referee says get up to João Felix, and 3 minutes will be added on to this one. On what channels am I going to watch the World Cup? Probably Fox Sports, Hugo. Yeah, Fox Sports has the English language rights here in the U.S., so yeah, that'll be my go-to for the World Cup, my go-to channels. One last change from Fernando Santos here. João Moutinho is done. Vitinha replacing Moutinho here. Vitinha, who also plays in this very stadium for FC Porto. Under 2 minutes remain now. On the ball is Alioski. He'll find Muslio. One back by Portugal. Out for a North Macedonia throw. One more minute of stoppage time. That pass intercepted. The takeaway there by Mateus Nunes. One back, however, by North Macedonia. And down the left wing, it's Charlinov. Pepe with the challenge. And it's a Portugal throw-in. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Adam. Yeah, no, I haven't had any injuries as bad as that. It's a long story, but I was born with club feet, where my feet were basically backwards when I was born. So I grew up in casts and on crutches and even in a wheelchair for a while before finally my feet were fixed and I was able to walk normally. And there is the final whistle. It's all over in Portugal. The hosts are going to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. It was not the easiest route for Portugal to get to the World Cup, but they get it done in the end. All they needed to do was win their group, but a loss against Serbia on the final match day put them into this position where they had to play in these playoffs, defeating Turkey 5 days ago, and now North Macedonia today. It's official, though. Portugal is heading to the World Cup. When is my next live, Nate? Yeah, actually, my next live will be tomorrow night for U.S. Costa Rica. That'll be a 9 p.m. Eastern time start. So I hope to see you guys then. Bruno Fernandes scoring both goals for Portugal, first in the 32nd minute and then in the 65th. It finishes Portugal 2, North Macedonia 0. And how about that, folks? Portugal has got the job done. And, hats off to North Macedonia. An incredible upset against Italy. And now they just fall short to a superior Portugal side at the end of the day. All right, before I sign off, let's get you to the final moments of Poland-Sweden. Here is some bonus coverage for you folks. And thanks for the congratulations, Adam. Super happy Portugal's through, and I'm glad they didn't make me sweat at the very end. It is 2-0 Poland here. And Adam Buksa, by the way, of the New England Revolution, my home club, has just entered the match. Here's another chance, and Lewandowski denied. A big-time save right there. In this match just now entering second half stoppage time. There will be 4 additional minutes at the end of this one. The same scenario in this game as the Portugal-North Macedonia game. The winner heads to the World Cup. The loser does not. And Poland in great position right now to qualify. Here is some bonus coverage for you folks before I sign off. It will be a Poland corner kick here. And it looks like offside called against Lewandowski. Free kick for the Swedes. Long ball forward by Sweden. They're becoming more desperate here in the dying moments. And a foul called. Kulusevski committing the foul, and it looks like for his complaints afterwards, he'll be shown a yellow. Portugal's going to be in pot 1. All right, Vaughn. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, it's Poland versus Sweden right here, Hugo. Yeah, Poland in great shape right now to close it out. They're now just about 2 minutes away from making it to the World Cup in front of their home crowd. Poland now in possession. This is Lewandowski, and all Poland need to do is take it to the corner. It looks like that's what their intentions are. Lewandowski in that far corner, just shielding it. It's one back by Sweden. They need 2 goals in 2 minutes now. It's one back by Poland, but a foul called. What's up, Bargov? Welcome in. Yeah, absolutely, man. Great to see you, and I'm happy that Portugal is heading to the World Cup, baby. And now 1.5 minutes away are Poland from qualifying to the World Cup. All right, and that's going to have to do it for my broadcast, actually. I have to head to the Bruins game. All right, no, I can actually hold on for the final minute, actually. Sorry. All right, here comes Poland on the counterattack. Sweden had all numbers forward. Yeah, Portugal still got a ways to go, but I'm feeling good about myself right now, Bargov. I'm just gonna celebrate right now that they made the World Cup. And we'll talk about their potential at the World Cup at a future date. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy. Here we go. 45 seconds away are Poland. That's turned over. Sweden has it. 30 seconds left. Sweden hopeless at this stage. Long ball forward and a foul against Ibrahimovic. It looks like Zlatan and Sweden are going to come up just short in the end. And from what I've heard, Sweden was the better team in the first half, but then in the second half, it's a bit of a different story with Poland taking over and scoring these 2 second half goals, which should be enough. The final whistle any moment now as Szczesny takes the free kick. And that is it. It's all over. Poland 2, Sweden 0, the final score. And Poland is heading to the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Great scenes in Poland as they are triumphant and head of their home supporters. Robert Lewandowski and Poland on to the World Cup to join Portugal and 10 other European sides who clinched their places months ago. The party will go deep into the night, I'm sure. As that will do it for my broadcast. Yeah, the last chance for Zlatan to go to the World Cup in all likely, in pretty much. Yeah, that's 100% certain. And unfortunately for him, it won't be happening. A tough result. Lewandowski scored a penalty kick early on in the second half, and then it was Zielinski in the 72nd minute with the dagger for the Polish side. As that will do it for my broadcast, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Samuel Reese saying so long, and yes, Hugo, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow for the U.S. versus Costa Rica final game of World Cup qualifying. Hope to see you guys then. Bye for now.